Hello and welcome everyone to part 38 of the Empire Total War Great Britain Darthmod Let's Play. We continue having read your comments and made my own decisions about what I'm going to do with this army, which I'll talk about in a moment, but first of all, I'd like to ask you guys if you can all help me out by going and viewing my latest Hear Me Roar, which should either go up just before this video or just after. It has a lot of interesting things, mainly kind of asking if you guys to submit ideas for what you'd like to see me do in my 1000th video. I'm rapidly approaching 1000 total videos on my channel, and I would love to see your input on, you know, what you'd like to see for that landmark video. Whether it's, you know, one of my current Let's Plays, you know, a special edition of that or something like that, or, you know, just a video looking back at some moments across my channel, across the, you know, previous 1000 videos, or 999. I'd really like your input on that, so if you go check out that vlog, that'd be great. Plus that vlog talks about a lot of other things that I've got kind of coming up, including something which might interest some of you, which is some t-shirts that I'm working on at the moment for my channel, as well as talking briefly about my sort of latest life achievement, I guess, which is graduating from university, finally having my graduation ceremony, and there's a picture of me wearing a silly get-up. And then kind of plans for what content to expect this weekend, because obviously this video is going up a day later than it usually does. And yeah, just talking about scheduling for this weekend and a few things to expect next week as well. So sorry that I've taken up kind of like nearly 2 minutes of your time at the beginning of this video, but I know a lot of people don't watch my Hear Me Roar videos, and that's totally fine, but if you guys could watch this one in particular, if you don't usually, it would really be great, because it's kind of input going right back into my other channels, and I'd love to hear from you guys, and maybe some of the new subscribers that aren't you know, so up to date with all the stuff that I do on my channel. My Hear Me Roar is kind of, I aim it to be a weekly vlog series where I cover updates to my channel and updates to Total War gaming and things like that. So if you go check that out, that would be awesome. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling now because I've gone far too long. Let's decide what we're doing with this army. Anyway, so I read all your comments that you were suggesting, you know, the suggestion was either to take out Goa, kind of solidify the centre of India here and then push up, or even some of you were suggesting come around here and take out Arcot, or going north and taking out these provinces. I've already got one, oh, bit of lag, already got one army here besieging these guys here. They will all be attacking me next turn. We're going to have a lot of battles this part, hopefully, although they do take a while here, but I will make this part kind of 40 minutes or so, because I did ramble on at the start, and I know that you guys hate it when I do that. But I've actually decided to go north, take out at least these two provinces here. Something that's also spurred me into making that decision is because the Mughals are actually, they've been able to take out Hindustan. The other reason why I want to take out these two provinces, I mean, I can see from this one it's already got nearly 4,000 income. Yes, Arcot has 9,000, but my forces here at Mysore, I can probably send a contingent over from there at some point once they are replenished. Also, as a lot of you were saying, that Goa is, you know, you've got it surrounded right now. You can manage where it is right now. They just have Goa. It's not an incredibly powerful force, but they do outnumber me, and I don't want to be mobbed and potentially lose a very powerful force. I'd rather use this very powerful force to quickly swoop in, take out these provinces in the north, get rid of all these little armies that are hanging around, and then I'll swoop back down the coast. Potentially then to unite with another force to make a full stack to attack Goa, or if it's been taken out by then, that's where I'll go. But if not, I'll be bringing my forces kind of round across the top, you know, putting a wedge, or definitely a definite line between myself and what remains of the Mughals and the Marathans here. This region here is got one turn left to attack. I'm going to sally out and attack this army soon, but first of all, let's move this navy north. We're actually going to attack the port, so we can move straight out of the port and attack near on Not, or near on Cot rather, I guess. Right, navy. Oh no, not navy. Yeah, we actually do want disembark. That's what I wanted. Disembark you here. They don't have a general. No, that is fine. We're just going to swoop in on here, demand a surrender, which, there we go, accepted. They're actually putting back over to this region here, straight into the hands of the Mughals, which is good, and I like that very much. The region's been captured. No, we've got a bit of damage going on here. The only issue now is that I probably can't continue to swoop. If I pull my troops out, they are going to be unhappy there. the idea would be, you know, to swoop as soon as possible over to here, take out this settlement. Kill Not has absolutely no value particularly. It's not going to do a huge amount of damage, but I've now secured kind of the left wing, and I can now kind of start enveloping back in, and that's what I want to try out either way. I will see if perhaps we can leave... who are my kind of least veteran? It's sad when you have to choose your least veteran troops and it's all like they've all got veterancy. Actually, I'm going to leave the whole army here just for a turn, and then hopefully I'll be able to move them out next time, which is what I want to do. But anyway, I want to sally out and attack this army here because I don't want them to continue to rattle me down, and I want to do just what my general said there, brush them aside. Got a lot of cavalry coming against us, and of course it does look intimidating looking at the number, but then each of these units of Hindu musketeers are 500, whereas my men at maximum get up to get up to 300 odd. But anyway, hopefully we can win this battle, smash the enemy, and then that really removes... This is kind of the freestanding army that the Marathans have in the middle of India right now to just send against me. So I can chill. And I'm not going to be as douchey as the Marathans and the AI are, although I'm going to have my mortars hopefully do carnage, explosive shell. Now I need to know where the enemy's coming from. On the campaign map, where are they coming from? They're coming from straight in front of me. They should be over here, I assume. And we can see their deployment zone. Ah, yeah, we can just see the deployment zone. It's all round there. So they're either going to go over there or over here. I'm hoping they're going to be right in front, which would be a nice thing. I could deploy right up in front of them, but actually I'd rather not. I'd rather have the fort to my back. So I'm actually going to let the enemy come to me, because if you'll look at the... well, get over the wall. We'll see that there's a hill in front of us, so we'll need them to come to that ridge there. But I'm hoping this will all work out fine, and it will be good. I'm going to leave the most depleted units inside the walls. So we're going to have probably about four units on each side. Going to start this kind of V-shape, one so that I can start the flanking and also direct the enemy to my death cannons. I'm not worried about them not being protected or filtered out in between infantry, because you'll see what I'm going to do with my cavalry in a moment, which hopefully you will like. Those guys are going to go out here. Then, as reserves, I guess we're gonna have these militia in the middle. We'll have the mortars there. These guys over here, and these guys here, because essentially these guys are making up nearly 1,000 men that I'm not using. But that's fine. We may use the militia at some point, but don't want to push it if I don't need to. Then my cavalry, I'm hopefully gonna have them over here, try and literally flank round the enemy and smash them in the back as they head on in to this point here. The other unit of cavalry I'm going to have back here, and of course I've got my general in here as well. He can chill here. So let's start and hope that I haven't deployed completely out of the wrong way. No, we haven't, bar a few of my troops being caught around the wrong way, which are camel nomads. So I am actually going to pull my cavalry back and pull these two units of infantry round like so. Cavalry, this would be the perfect time not to walk. Please run. Which they are doing, thank crap for that. And in fact most of their armies forming up over here. Oh dear, laggage. Which is not ideally what I want, so I'm actually going to have to limber up my cannons. We're going to move up to this plateau here and we're going to redeploy against the enemy. Because I'm attacking them as well, they are going to play it defensively, which is kind of annoying, but you know, AI can do what AI wants right now, because technically they are allowed to. They're allowed to defend should they want to. We're going to walk them over there. Once my cannons are formed up, we're going to bring them around about to sort of here. Then we'll fire on the enemy, which should actually force them towards us. And oh dear, we've got stutter in the units. I think they're all right now. Nope, bit of stutter there. Can't handle all the... cannot compute. But we are killing these guys as they charge towards us, but I think it may have been too late. We should have probably... Oh, that was a cannon shot from the wall somewhere. Oh no, that was the mortars even. You cheeky, cheeky mortars. And I can't hit the others, and that's why I want to draw the enemy in toward me. I managed to form square. We should do more damage against these guys. We've routed them here. I brought my cavalry back over this way, as you can see. So we're going to try and push the cavalry out over to the right to start flanking there. Get these guys out of square formation. I don't think I can't move the mortars forward, so no, I probably should have placed them further forward to the wall. But we'll see as the enemy redeploys. Right, cannons are ready to go. Let's bring the cannons, let's bring them all up here actually, and with that in mind I'm going to redeploy this infantry quite differently, which is going to be more or less like so. Just a little bit wider. And yeah, screw it, I'm going to run them into place. My other infantry can form up over like so. And we're going to have to watch these lancers because once again they're coming towards, I think they're going towards my cannons actually. Try and get the mortars to fire on them. And I am bringing my cavalry back in, but actually that's not going to do me any good, so I'm going to leave my cavalry out over here. Forming square with these two units. At the last moment managing just to form up that square. Should probably have kept a unit of cavalry over here to hold them off, but they're just trying to harass me in the middle. But I want all my cavalry on a particular flank right now, and we're going to form up with my infantry here. And it may well that we push the cannons here, but already the cavalry is routing. My men did manage to form square in the end, hold the enemy off. Not too horrific losses. Yes, guys, don't fire there. No, you're not going to do any good. Pushing these guys up even further. Cannons we're going to have here. And then these guys we're going to form up like so. We've actually now formed kind of a nice flanking maneuver on the left there, which is good. We have cannons, or no, they're mortars firing on me from very close range, even though they really don't need to. Just unnecessary, Marathons, unnecessary. They do like their mortars. So anyway, I'm going to form up with my cavalry now on the right, because I'm trying to herd them in towards my cannon death trap of doom. Looks like they can't decide what they're doing with their formation, but we've managed to push back their mortars here. They're shattered. Their cavalry, looks like they're coming in for another charge or something, but they're broken already, so they can't even... Don't need to worry about forming up square just yet, which is smashing. Just smashing indeed. No, finally, cannons getting into position here. In fact, we're going to move the cannons along just a smidge. And then we can start firing, hopefully, on the enemy, as they already now are realising that they have to come to me. Because I've started putting the pressure on their troops, mainly by destroying their mortar teams. I've got this unit of horsemen over here, which I'm going to charge with my cavalry. One of them acting as a pinning force at the front, the other one is going to flank round, and this unit I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to run them very close to my infantry line, and then smash into some infantry once we get there. Meanwhile, my cannons can now be unlimbered, and I'm going to risk putting them onto canister shot. Once they turn around, I can see the radiuses. Yeah, they're going to be fine. And in fact, I'm going to bring all my cavalry to bear against these guys, because they fire, they're cavalry that fires guns, they're missile cavalry, and they've been pulled out in a really long protracted deployment, so my cavalry's going to make the most of this. Camels running down the line, they haven't decided to charge me, or that's because they're camel gunners, so they don't really want to get engaged in melee, and they are now going to be shot to pieces by my men. And actually we have got lovely terrain advantage here, especially this unit here. This is a really good lineup for them there. Use the terrain very nicely. They've got to run slightly up a little slope to hit me. Get both my cannons to fire against these musketeers here with their canister shot. So I'm hoping to do plenty of damage there. Watching this unit of cavalry on the left, but we can actually or rather we should, get them to form square, but these two, or rather these 3 units, can actually push up just a smidge more, start doing damage to the enemy. These guys are ignoring my square here, so we're going to push round with this unit here. My cannon's doing fine in the centre so far, getting the cannon shot to go through the ranks there, and I don't know, oh, where have you guys gone? You guys have gone up against the camels. No, don't go up against camels. Camels are not your friend. Instead, run after, I'm going to try and get my cavalry now where I wanted them to start with, which was behind the enemy forces, so that when they start breaking, like they're doing now, I can kill as many of them as possible, because I really don't want to let many of these guys escape. Because if I can defeat the majority of this army here, it means that I'm not going to have to fight them again. Camel gunners here. Hoping we'll face a volley soon of my infantry. Looks like they're reloading. If we can get one off before they charge, I'm hoping they're going to turn at the last minute to fire against me. We might get a little bit of a volley here. My men are trying to turn around. Yes, and they do manage to get that right side of it, firing right into the camel nomads there, which is good. Get my cavalry back here. My cavalry really needs to be charging over to the left here, where we've got, I mean, hordes have already crossed back across. We've clipped them in half, most of them. Getting my cavalry to at least do a bit more damage to these guys here before we send them all to the abyss. Especially this unit here. These guys are formed up in square. We're going to form up square with these guys here, and in the meanwhile push forward with 3 regiments to meet them. Right in the face. Cavalry here should have a field day knocking these guys down. And we can trim these guys down quite nicely now. Quite surprised that unit has actually stayed, and it's confident at the moment, because all of its friends are gone. We shall see. The cannons, the camels rather, not the cannons. Camels are over here still, so that may well influence why they're staying. The only annoying thing is my men don't seem to want to be firing. There we go. Now there'd be dead camels. Dead camels all the way. Thank you kindly. Oh, I don't know why I'm marching with these guys. They can definitely afford to run. Oh, and they've broken out their square, ready to face up against me, and I'm going to be able to run these guys down, and I will make sure I run them down. Camels probably the only ones that I can't chase after easily. So we're going to fast forward here. Infantry never got to attack them there. And what's this unit? Mortar team we can take down here. Ooh, they're going to escape, they're going to escape. We've got a few of them before they manage to run. But that's it, because I definitely can't take out those camels, so we'll quit the battle there. A heroic victory. Huzzah for all involved. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. And we've managed to push them back from the middle. I'm hoping we've done a lot of damage to them. So we only lost 243, which is good, and we clipped them in half, which is brilliant. More than half there. Kills by the cavalry. Doing rather well there, mopping them up at the end. Should push that army back, which should lessen the damage on my dudes here. I can try and replenish a little bit, but it's not worth it. So both this region here and this one here are going to attack the armies that are besieging them, so we'll have both those battles to fight during the end turn phase, unless they just want to surrender. And we need to end turn anyway, because I need the funds coming in from my newly conquered territories, Mysore and what have you, and just my general income coming in anyway, to start replenishing my armies now, so that I can make the final push on the Marathans. And I'm hoping that this is the turning point now to really, you know, sort out India and crush both the Marathans and the Mughals in turn. But it has been kind of a chess game of you know, playing the Mughals off against the Marathans and choosing my time when I should be allied with the Mughals and when I should be at you know, at war with them, when I should be at peace. And it looks like we've just managed to catch it in our favour. The problem with then going to the Americas is going to be that both France and Spain are allied to each other, I believe, and even if not, they have the tendency to declare war on me, you know, very shortly after me attacking the other. At least that's how it started, and then I assume they probably allied if they weren't already, but I honestly can't remember. So got this unit just wandering around. I'm waiting for the Marathons now to start attacking me and sallying out because that's what they need to do. They're sending these small little reinforcing armies. The AI never got quite used to the fact that you could group them all together, it would seem. And I'm going to be sallied out from surely at one of the 2 points, otherwise I will be claiming both regions. I doubt the AI is going to let me do that. I'll be surprised if they do. Not going to complain if they don't, because that means I claim 2 provinces free of charge. Unless I have to wait one more turn for them to count down. I can't remember. I swear it was when it's on 1. Oh, here we go, yeah. There we go. I'm not going to risk auto-resolving. I am going to fight these both. But don't worry, I'm giving you guys a little bit of an extra part today. It's all good. And also, I'm actually... obviously it won't matter when you watch this in the future, but if you're watching this on the day I upload it, which is... well, actually, it's the 18th of October, 2013... patch 5 for Rome 2 is due to come out later today. I don't know if that's beta or the full patch itself. But either way, I'm kind of waiting for that to come out before I record my next Spartan part and my next Rome 2 parts. So I don't mind making this a bit longer because I've got the time. Anyway, so here I'm going to leave... probably group these guys all in just one line, actually, one big group. Leave this dude behind randomly. Did they have cavalry? I didn't really look, but we'll go for... They didn't, and we'll go for defensive trenches. Defensive trenches, and then we're going to pull this unit out of the middle to sit my cannons in, which are 12-pounders. We're not going to bother putting you guys in a artillery bit, because that'd be silly. But actually, what I am going to do... actually... You guys are going to be separate infantry units. You're going to be over here, and you're both going to have stakes. Should the enemy cavalry charge, I'm going to have them off fire at will. Should there be enemy cav, which I don't think there is, but should there be some, I'm trying to get my cannon people to run behind the stakes, although they probably will kill themselves going through it or something. Maybe I should just go defensive. Go defensive anyway. No. Yes. Go trenches anyway. So I kind of sat back a little bit from the main force. We'll keep my general just behind. And here we go. We can see if I made a mistake by not choosing stakes. Yes, I did. Got some lancers. But it's alright. Thankfully I can form square and it's not a huge force. And I'm going to get my cannons to aim at the lancers to start with anyway. So that'll be all good. These guys, as much as I'd love deploying them like so, I should probably have set them back a little bit, but we're going to push up to... With these two, we're going to push up to the flanks as the enemy comes along, so we can get like a rippling fire along their lines. And then this unit, I'm going to bring them up to here, and then once the enemy kind of passes me, I'll bring them out behind them. So they definitely need to run. Run, I tell you. Damn it, why don't you want to run? There you go. Run now. These two units should run into position as well. So my cannons are having a smashingly fun time trying to hit the enemy Sindar Lancers. It's not Silidar. I'm thinking Third Age Total War. Got Third Age on the brain. Likewise over here I'm actually going to flank around a little bit because I want to obviously get that flanking manoeuvre, and in fact I'm going to take 2 units because it seems like they're not really that interested on the left, which is perfect. Looks like they're, you know, going in against the cavalry, which is fine. Not cavalry, the cannons. Damn it, what's wrong with me? Think about too many other things. So I'm not going to worry about firing against those cavalry right now, in fact, because he's got Hindu warriors. Oh, that looked painful. We can actually fire just on the units that are coming right in front of us because they've not brought their cavalry up just yet. And we've instantly got routage going on. And it doesn't matter, I don't need to bother chasing these guys at the end of the battle either, because they've sallied out as such. It's their final stand, so if they don't kill me, they lose. And that was a good first volley against the armed populace here, who are now going to be killed quite considerably. Here's their cavalry, so let's get my cannons focusing on them. They're going to try and go after my units here, which I'm going to form into an impromptu square, which may or may not work. No, it's not going to work. But that's fine. But I'm also now not going to focus my cannons on them. I'm going to focus them on the Hindu musketeers over here. So once my guys get into square, they will actually be able to start repelling these guys back. at the cost of some men, but that is alright. Managed to beat the armed populace back here. We're going to push up with the troops now. We can quite happily break out and push forward. That's what we're doing now. Oh, guys, no, back into square. Please, I think I accidentally selected you then. To square, men, to square! But if that's not enough anyway, I'm going to pull this unit right behind the enemy cav and fire right up their asses, because that is going to hurt a lot. And enemy general killed, which I assume is the Silidar Lancers, not Sindar, damn it. Stop thinking Lord of the Rings. It's on the brain. These guys, Hindu warriors charging against me. But the far by rank volleys is just pure devastation. About to fire into the backsides of the cavalry up here. They're probably going to waver and run through me by the time they do that. But we'll see if my men can get a volley off. I don't know if they need to reload or not. But let's find out. They're wavering, and we start firing. And they're going to actually have to run through the ranks of my men here. Not that my guys seem too bothered about it. But we're still firing a little bit, which is all good. Killing them all as we go. We can quite happily end the battle there. Heroic victory. That should have sealed the fate of Katak there. Secured the eastern coast. And there we go, the enemy lost 963, I lost 135. Happy days, that is now mine. They're going to have to do the same up here. Yeah, there we go. They do have some reinforcements, but I still outnumber them quite considerably. And these guys are actually... they've taken quite a bit of attrition since I've been besieging them as well. So let's take this out, and this really should be quite a nice crippling blow to the Marathons. After this, really, they only have... I don't think they have off... in fact, not after this. I think it was with me taking Mysore from them and the Mughals taking Hindustan. They've actually lost their big cities, their largest cities, their power production centres. So they are essentially screwed. They're definitely screwed. Okay, so I've got two generals with me here. Again, I can't remember why. We'll sort that out after this battle. Lots of cavalry as well to mop up these guys too, which I'm hoping I can use. I haven't got kind of a... I was hoping I kind of have one of those deployments that deploys up on the side as well, but I don't have any of them, so I'm going to put them all on one flank. And then just again with all my infantry, I'm going to group them together. Doesn't bother me. I think there's probably not much difference between me making stakes or trenches really, or these fences really, because I'm going to probably move forward and envelop the enemy anyway, so I'm just going to ready up there. And they probably have camel gunners and what have you, but I'm going to probably push towards them. They're playing defence. Well, I don't know actually. They are kind of playing defence here, but it's their final stand. Either way, I'm not bothered. I'm moving forward to them. Going to flank round with all my cavalry hordes on the right. So they've got their melee troops, Hindu warriors and desert warriors, so I can quite happily charge into them. And screw fatigue or anything like that, we're just going to run forward with them. I'm probably going to leave my generals right at the back just so that they don't die from being killed by mortar fire or cannon fire or anything like that. So moving up on the flank with the cavalry. And looks like the Hindu warriors are already coming out this way to meet us. We've got mortars firing up over in high arcs toward my infantry. And it looks like I managed to clip a few of them there, most of them getting up. Some of them not though. Some of them are now embedded in the soil, which is a shame. I don't think they'll make great fertilizer. I don't know. Do human bodies make good fertilizer? Any, potential murderers, killers watching? No. Don't go there. No. Anybody that knows fertilizers, I guess, but I'd kind of question how you'd know about humans being good fertilizers or not, to be honest. But yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. I'm just going to leave these guys... I want to kind of flank them in a little bit, but I'm thinking if I do that, I'm probably going to choose the wrong moment to do so. But I'm going to start pushing forward. And with my cavalry, we're going to charge the Hindu warriors from as many different directions as possible. I'm also going to hit these desert warriors with 2 cavalry groups. Possibly. Yep. Thought we probably got the wrong moment there with the cavalry, but that's fine. Square up there and get these guys into square. So I need to start that flank already. And on this side, to be honest, I need to start flanking around anyway. For my plan to work, we must begin the flank now. And we've already destroyed these guys, which is fine, but I'm just going to charge back into them anyway. Charge into these guys here. And I'm going to pull my cavalry up top, because hopefully these guys are going to start firing any moment now too. And I'd rather not lose all my cavalry. But I think it's probably just going to happen anyway. We're going to get these guys to stop firing. Because my cavalry is now just descending across the ranks of the enemy. They are really going for it, so you know what, why not let them at them. Bring this unit of cavalry through the top here, just smash them again. We just need to rout everyone to claim victory, so no real difference to me with how they do it, to be honest. But they're doing well already in the middle. Form up with these two units here, bring up a strong attack in the middle. We've got camel nomads to worry about there, but that's fine. We've broken the mortars, going into the next unit of mortars here. Hit the armed populace quite considerably with all my cavalry here. Oh, looks like we've got mortars over here, and probably got infantry about to fire in here. But cavalry have done a swell job, so now is the time to exit stage. Exit stage left, or in this case stage right. Exit stage right. Get out of there, cavalry. Get out, because I am about to pull this unit round and then tell them while they're running that it's fine to fire again. To destroy the armed populace that are causing trouble. Cavalry, what are you doing? No, don't come around the back. Okay, fine. Come around the back and kill them all. Kill them all. If I had more cannons, I would be screaming like the Mad King Ares, burn them all. But I don't. So we'll remain relatively sane this time. Probably a bit of friendly fire going on between my infantry and cavalry here. I think we can just about deal with it though. We're really pressing up on the Pindari horsemen. It's just the camel nomads we've got to deal with, and half of my horse have kind of stayed around by these buildings to chill and meet their new camel friends. Camel friend! We're going to push up with some infantry to make sure that that friendship does not last long, because there's just rippling fire all across my lines, dispelling the enemy advance, and we can now actually just charge the camel nomads and screw the fact that cavalry and camels don't get on normally. The camel nomads are already starting to waver, they're fleeing, they're tired, and they'll soon be dead. Come on, cavalry, you can totally take out some camels. Just don't fire. Just managed to stop that unit, as I think probably would have been the opportune moment to stop them there. Oh, come on, camels, you can totally die. The reason why it's probably best to keep my cavalry chasing them and attacking them is because otherwise I'm going to be running around with infantry forever. Come on, cavalry, you can bring these guys down. It's just a bit of a slice. Bring this dude down, come on. Swing, swing, slash, slash. There we go, you stabbed him. Stabbed the camel in the hump. That totally counts, right? Oh, oh, you nearly made him fall off his saddle. Come on. Oh no, no, he killed the dude. Ah, that's not fair. I think I'm losing more of my cavalry here. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to chase after them with infantry, because my cavalry are going to get slaughtered. Because camels do not like cavalry, so I'm going to bring my cavalry back here, try and lure the camels back. Come on, camels. Come on. That's it, cavalry run away this way. Infantry form square, and you will now beat them because you'll use guns against them. There we go. End the battle. Heroic victory, huzzah! And there we go, lost 276, which is fine. We killed a lot of the enemy. What? Why didn't we get to kill them? They were on their last one, weren't they? They surely die. What? Okay, well, apparently I've got to attack them again. Maybe I can risk an auto-resolve and probably have horrific losses, but we'll see. If not, I'll fight up another battle there quickly. God damn it, I thought I had that. Man. And what have we got going on here? Hello, what's going on here? Oh, they're attacking me at Satara, which is unexpected, but a pleasant surprise. I will defeat you with my troops here. I'd want to take these guys out at Satara. Hopefully I can then get another victory. Where were they attacking from? They were attacking from... Well, I assume there's deployments over here. They're probably attacking from straight forward. I always have to check that now, after how well that all goes in Napoleon right now. Napoleon? Rome. What am I thinking? What am I on? I didn't even drink that much yesterday at graduation. I will do on Saturday, though. Let's do that. The Rangers is only kind of two of them that I really want to group up, which we're going to have on the flank here. Oh, hello. Need to remember to press the buttons to do that. We'll place those stakes there. Group 1 can be with the cannons back up on the top of the hill. We should be able to fire over my men all right. Cavalry. Yes, let's have the general out over here. And the rest of you just chill in the fort for now. Oh, and we've got 2 cannons. Unlimbered and ready to fire. Begin! And the rest of them are over like there. Damn it. God dang it! So we're going to have to pull around anyway. Not worried about those stakes being wasted, to be honest. Just worried about the fact that I've got to swing around quite quickly. But we've got cavalry nomads over here, which I'm going to try and engage with my rangers and what have you. Get my cannons to fire on the camel nomads at least, and we can now bring the cavalry all the way around. And then I'll have to bring the cannons around, but they probably won't get there in time by the time I want to kill the enemy. That's fine. We've got Fraser's Rangers, company of select marksmen and Fraser's Rangers. And we've got the Rogers Rangers over on the left. And we should be able to start firing on the camel nomads at any moment because of their extremely long range. And I'm hoping the cannons are going to start firing too. Killing some camels, perhaps? No. Oh, that looked potent though. Give a volley there. And they are now broken and routing. Cavalry, charge, finish them off, do your thing. Cannons now unlimber. That's some good volleys going in from the marksman. Oh, hello. What's going on here? The enemy pressed forward very quickly. Just managed to see that in time. Except for the Hessian troops, which are now mingling. So, you know what, let's get them to mingle more. While my troops then line up and then hopefully shoot the enemy to pieces. Don't mind the Hessian troops being caught up, actually. That is fine. Oh no, it's the Hessian Grenadiers, actually. I do mind about them probably being shot to pieces. These guys, the infantry, about to charge me, so we'll engage them. Well, that's gone tits up. But we'll flank them around with this unit as well. We'll engage a bit with melee. These two, flank round please. Up here, rather than shooting your friends in the back. These guys should be able to get a view on the side, which is alright. The Grenadiers should actually be able to hold quite well, because they're my melee specialists as such. We've already broken this unit of Bargate infantry. So we're just going to slam into the side here with all my troops now. We're going to go for a melee push. Meanwhile, while we flank around with these guys here, although we're now routing them all here. Oh, hello. Everybody form a square. Everybody do the square. Because cavalry's charging in. Except for you guys, you form up. You form up nicely on the flanks there. My cavalry have chased the camel nomads to the brink. And I'm not sure what these guys are doing. Have they dismounted? They have. They dismounted from their camels. How unique. But with all these squares, it's probably killing a lot of my friends and dudes, but we're creating a lot of chaos and havoc too. And that is how you break an entire army, just like that, with crazy squares. Crazy squares! And push forward, make sure they all break. And what have we got running up the hill? We've got more camel gunners. Oh, that's the dismounted ones, I believe. Yes, they look like they're on foot, and they are. Let's bring the Hessian foot infantry round. Bring these chaps round too. Continue to run my cavalry to the extremes of tired. I do want to probably chase after these guys as much as possible because they will come back otherwise. But I'm not sure we're going to get there in time. Cavalry charge. Camel gunners winded. We'll probably just have to catch up with them later. At another date. We got them all broken after a few rounds there, and hopefully the melee damage did a reasonable amount too. Pulling back, my men just starting to get into position, so we should start getting some volleys shortly. Cavalry charge on down here, and the enemy's actually come back, which is good because it means my cavalry can smash into them. Because the red line's not until up the other side of this hill, which is jolly good. In fact, we're actually going to go after this unit here because these guys are going to rout soon anyway. But we'll soon catch up with them. Swing round with the rest of my guys. These are the armed peasantry trying to catch up with my cavalry. My cavalry doing hopefully a grand job of catching up to the Bargear infantry, rather than worrying about the armed peasantry. And the enemy's now charging me with Hindu musketeers. My Northumberland Fusiliers doing a good job there, holding. They're charging down the line to this corner, meeting the Grenadiers, firing straight into their faces. That has just got to hurt on so many levels. Going to continue pushing forward with the light troops. In fact, no, we're not. We're just going to stop them there, because it's only getting up with me killing them all. And the peasantry have really caught up with me here. Not too worried about that, to be honest, but we'll attack them. And meanwhile, surround them with the rest of my infantry. But it seems that they've just started to break, and victory should be ours. And as I said, just going to continue the battle quickly to mop them up with cavalry. And then swoop in against these guys to mop them all up to pieces. And decisive victory, there we go. Huzzah for all! There we go, we lost 144, the enemy lost half its forces. That's good, they can keep falling back. Next time they come toward me, I can hopefully eradicate them completely. Okay, so we've got a lot of stuff going on. Our income is steadily growing, which is good. India, obviously our trade is being blockaded, which I assume is probably out of Bengal, out of Calcutta. America, there's some of that being stopped and everything going on there, but that's fine. Once we put down India, obviously can consolidate our forces and send them to America or Europe, but that'll be something that I'll probably spend a part talking about my strategies there and going over that. Rule Britannia, huzzah. So we've got this force here, they're actually pushing out from Goa as well, so that's good, they're kind of naturally spilling out, which I can live with. And Mysore, you definitely need the money right now. I need to spend it on actually repairing your building so that you will remain happy. Up here we need to repair your building, and then can I push out with all my troops? Just about, which I'm going to send straight over here to take this settlement. We've taken Malwa, and we need to repair that. We've taken Katak, repair that. Those guys are already replenishing. These guys can start replenishing, which will probably drain my funds, but it's not actually, which I'm surprised by. These guys can continue to replenish. And over here, we can replenish some more. So, what is going on everywhere? We've got to take out this region down here. We did manage to take Malwa, even though I thought I'd have to fight that again. It obviously didn't click through. But that's totally fine, so I'm glad that happened. So, what have we got to still face the Marathons? I wish, in a way, I didn't have this kind of weird view on it, but we'll view in on the map here, on the mini-map at the side. It's just we didn't have this weird bit of white stuff over it, because it would look far cooler without it. Can I go to the world glow? Oh no, that's what I was just doing. But anyway, we can see now that the centre of India is now very much red. Red with red coats, and we've just got pockets of Marathan resistance. Goa and Arcot are the main ones, Arcot being incredibly valuable, which is where I'm going to send my forces from Mysore very shortly once they are replenished. That will take another turn or two. Send them in there. Garrison force will spawn, which will probably triple their overall units, but we'll send a reasonable force there to beat them there. Goa, I'm hoping their forces are going to continue to spill out between my two strong forces at Satara and Hyderabad, and if they do try and push south to Mysore, I still have a reasonable force there. So they are caught, they are trapped. I'll soon swoop in and mop them all up. In fact, if I engage them in battle, it will probably pull most of these guys all in one go. Same thing if I attack Goa now. I'm now swooping in to take out their northern pocket here, which will fall with an auto-resolve pretty much to this army next time. And likewise Bearer will be swept up hopefully by these guys over at Katak once I move them out in a turn or so as well. But that is where I'm going to wrap this part up for now. As I said at the start of the video, if you could check out the latest Hear Me Roar vlog, which I mentioned at the start of this video, there will be a link to it in the description for when it's uploaded, but it should probably end up being uploaded before this episode goes live anyway. But if you haven't checked it out, could you please check it out, because it's got a lot of stuff in there and I would really appreciate your feedback. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this part. Please do remember to comment, rate, subscribe, thumb up this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you all again soon. Ciao for now.